Daniel Wilson from XRI Global. So nice to see you again. When was the last time we saw each other?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. We were not here in this room. We were online, right? And maybe remind the folks who were not able to join our session. What did we talk about?
Yeah, it was a very good session. You did a very good job, Courtney.
Oh, thank you. So did you.
Leading the session on digital inclusion and AI for the rest of the world. So it was a very good, interesting conversation for sure.
So why don't you tell our audience who's joining us a little bit about XRI Global and why you exist, because I think your mission is absolutely fascinating.
Great, yeah. So we exist to enable human flourishing through the development and deployment of language technology in any language and dialect on Earth. So true, equitable AI for everyone, bringing opportunities to people whose language is not currently supported by anyone else.
So, I mean, I think to me that was a real revelation in meeting you and talking with you, was really understanding the extent to which the internet is and the AI revolution is really not accessible to a huge part of the world's population, and a huge part of the population that we in development seek to impact, right?
Yeah, it's huge. So there's about 3 billion people whose language they prefer, that they speak as their mother tongue, is not supported online. And it's those specific communities in the international development space whose voices actually we need to hear the most, right? So these are the people who are, their interests and their pain, their experiences are the ones, their stories are the ones that need to be told to help provide the reporting to people trying to do good in the world.
And you mentioned voice, and I think you use that as kind of a general term, right? But you actually also mean that probably in a more technical term, right? Because we talked about voice, and you talked about voice as being such a critical component of how we get to this level of sort of documentation, right? So maybe say more about the role that voice has to play in helping these languages come online.
Yeah, sure. No, it's good. So in LMICs, what you're seeing a lot of people who do get access to technology preferring voice over text, right? So they're using WhatsApp, but they're doing voice recordings instead of typing on their phones, right? So I think that, and what we talked about yesterday is that sort of the experience of sort of those in emerging markets who have yet to get full digital inclusion, their experience of the internet is going to be totally different than ours. Like from 1995 until 2022, it's not going to be sort of like websites and search engines and whatnot as a way to sort of find and access information. It's going to be voice-enabled information discovery, right? It's going to be guided by voice experiences through things that we haven't even thought of yet. And so I think investment in speech models that are truly inclusive of every dialect, of every language is going to actually create and bring that future forward for the people that need this opportunity.
Amazing. How can people find out more about you and your work? How can they get involved if they want to?
Sure. Yeah. So anyone who has a need and they're actually engaging in and working in communities whose language or dialect is not supported, then obviously please contact us. Our website, xriglobal.ai. You can fill out a form that basically says, yeah, we have this need with this language. If you have access to native speakers or you don't, that's okay. But we can turn around pretty quickly developing language models. So machine translation, large language models, speech recognition, text-to-speech models. We can build them all for any language and dialect on Earth. And so we can source the data, train the models, deliver the models, the data, or full end-to-end solutions for anyone who needs it. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for stopping by the pop-up studio. Thank you again for joining the panel yesterday. And we look forward to keeping up with the developments and seeing that 3 billion drop over time.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Thank you, Sharon. Appreciate it.